Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and I'm going to bring you a game of Domination on Discovery. It's one of the new First Strike maps. Now, I'm not going to talk much about the gameplay. I'm going to let that run in the background, and I'm going to talk more about the map pack. So this is this is my actual first ever game of Domination on Discovery. It's even my first game on Discovery, and you'll see I start by getting absolutely owned by snipers that I don't know yet where they are. Anyway. So I bought the new map packs, played them a couple of times, and up to the point of recording this commentary. So this video was recorded about a week ago now, but I'm getting around to the commentaries now because I've been ridiculously busy at work. So anyway, so Discovery is a map that I quite like. I quite enjoy playing on this map. I've worked out how I want to play it. So how I follow this route as I'm running now. Almost every map, every game, will run round with the plan on the target is to get round into the enemy's sniper spots and basically keep clearing them out and just irritating snipers as much as possible, because as much credit as I can give to a sniper, it's not really a particularly good thing or good game style just to sit in a corner, point your gun across a map and wait for someone to walk into your crosshairs. I believe that's what they tried to do with some of the new maps. I believe Berlin Wall and Discovery are designed to allow more sniping in the game. Unfortunately, sniping is not something I particularly do or enjoy, so I can see this particular map in a game type like TDM or Free For All, for example, just lasting forever because everyone will just hold up in different spots and camp and snipe it out. You'll get very few people rushing around trying to get the actual kills, and that results obviously in helping my tactic a lot, because it means that I can run around and rush into spawns, rush into the camp spots, the snipe spots, and pick up as many kills as I can and do some damage. Other than obviously assault rifle on this map, it's not a particularly good map. You're never going to see many people running shotguns on this map because it's so open. There's very little close combat. Even though this corner I'm in obviously now has got quite a few short corridors that you could maybe hold up in and use a shotgun, it's still far too open. So it's not really going to see that. And then at the same time, SMGs, again, it's not really close enough to warrant running around with an SMG. And you'll see for most of the kill feed in this game, people are getting killed by sniper rifles, LMGs or assault rifles almost entirely. So that's really my first thoughts on Discovery. I haven't really had much air support. I've got one gameplay coming down the line on Discovery where I go, I think it's 35-1 or something like that. So I do get some air support there, and I do quite well, and I use this tactic of rushing around, and it pays off. Let's move on to the other maps. So the other sniper map that I mentioned is Berlin Wall. Now, I hate Berlin Wall. Basically, I've not yet learned how to play it even remotely, and all I do for the whole time is just basically get absolutely ruined by people that camp on the second floor in certain windows and know basically where to hide and where to be and what's going on around them. It's not really. I don't really like the whole no man's land thing. I don't really understand why that. I understand that they try to add a little bit of interest, a little bit of difference into the game. So you've got the explodable bridges on this map, or bridge. I don't really know if there's more than one. But the gap that you create doesn't prevent you from just jumping across. So it doesn't really seem logical, even if you know it's there. You're gonna, every time you get near it, just jump over it anyway. And then if someone does try and blow it up, then you can survive. And that's the same with the auto turrets. The auto turrets are there for no other reason other than just to eliminate a certain zone of the map from people running into, and creating a corridor along which people can camp with sniper rifles. Because if you can't get into that no man land, you can't get into a good close range with your assault rifle, giving them the advantage. However, you just flank around each side and just shoot them in the back of the head anyway. Other than that, Berlin Wall is just a lot of buildings, so it's very, very silenced Spaz 12 camping and sort of rushing SMG style. I haven't really had any good games on that at all. I often go 1-for-1 or worse, just because I've yet to work out the routes and the paths and everything. So I'm not a big fan of Berlin Wall, unfortunately, but maybe when I've started to play it a bit more, because although a lot of my friends have got the map packs, there's always one or two that don't. And obviously playing in a party like I am now can on occasions backfire if there's one dude in the group who doesn't have the maps and therefore eliminates us from that list. So Berlin Wall is probably my least favourite of the maps in the map pack. So it's something that I'll have to try and get used to and see if I can do better with. So moving on again to another map, we'll talk about Kowloon. Now, from obviously my friends list, my friends that had the maps from day one and played it for a week before I got them, they all hate Kowloon. They all think it's an absolute nightmare map. It's too shotgun heavy, too SMG friendly, and therefore they don't manage to get the good games. However, I've had only a few throwaways. Throwaways? That's not a word, is it? It's a close to a word. But I've had a few goes on Kowloon, and I've done quite well. Not really posted any gameplay worthy scores, but I've managed to hold my own. Managed to pick up 2-1, 3-1 KDs. I've learnt the map layout. I know the routes, the back routes, and all the sort of crazy corridor routes, because it's all sorts. There's all sorts going on in Kowloon. Every room has about 5 entrances, and every route has a branching route that allows you just to basically cover the whole map in a route that no one else can run. So I think it's quite nice. It's allowed me to use the shotgun a bit more. I've tried using the shotgun in a number of the original release maps, and it never really rewarded me because there were always quite a lot of long corridors. Whereas on Kowloon, if you know the routes, if you know the rooftops, you can stay into short corridors for the whole match and really utilise and take advantage of the shotgun's ability at close range. So I do enjoy it for that purpose. I can see the downside. There's a lot of grenade spamming on there. There's a lot of people that are using scavenger and just basically warlord and just running into a map and just throwing frag grenades at the B flag just constantly, because it's so easy to throw to because the map's quite small and confined. I'm talking about small and confined maps. Let's move on to Stadium. Now, Stadium is the last map in the map pack, and the first game I played on Stadium, I didn't obviously know what was going on. I didn't realise it was quite as small as it was. I was massively disappointed that the actual stadium wasn't part of the map. I was really looking forward to running around in like the stands and just sort of hiding behind chairs and rows and jumping in and out of corridors and stuff, and really trying to get some massive sort of cross stadium shots. But to find out that it actually is the outside of a stadium and is massively misadvertised, not necessarily misadvertised, but when someone tells you there's going to be a map called Stadium, you think that's going to be a football stadium and that's going to be amazing. But no. You can see the ice hockey rink in the centre of the stadium, but you can't actually ever do anything with it, which I think was a massive letdown. And because it's so small, once again, it's an opposite. So you've with 2 massive maps in Discovery and Berlin Wall, and 2 tiny maps in Kowloon and Stadium. So you've got a split. Now, I've tried using the shotgun on Stadium, with limited success. As long as you stick to the back area where the buildings are, you can be alright. But it is really favouring the SMGs, which means in most cases you get yourself into a lobby full of people who are just spamming the 74U for the whole time, and it's getting a bit old now, that particular overpowered weapon. So I have had some good games on Stadium. I have got some gameplays to bring up on that one as well. I have started to work that one out. I have started to master that one, and basically just using an SMG, instigating a spawn trap, just sort of getting them stuck at the C flag, I think is the best one, the one that I would recommend spawn trapping them at, simply because of the position of it. Now, I would probably say that Discovery is my favourite map. Then I'd probably put Stadium, and then Kowloon, and then Berlin Wall. Overall, I'm a little bit disappointed with the map pack, simply because with Modern Warfare 2, you got 5 maps, and although 2 of them were recycled maps from COD 4, which is a game I didn't really play very much, so they were still kind of new maps to me. I didn't feel that any of the maps that they brought in, any of the new maps, were disappointing. I quite enjoyed Carnival, Trailer Park, and all the rest of those, whereas I'm disappointed with Berlin Wall on this map pack. So, hope you've enjoyed a bit of a random intro, my thoughts on the map pack, along with the gameplay. I go 28-6, so this is my first ever game on Discovery, so I didn't do too badly considering I didn't have any idea what was going on. Please leave us a rate, please leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about the map packs. Bye for now, guys.